Manning now on first down. And his first look is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. David Irving forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, and he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 40 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Kerry Wynn, the one to bring him down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, Prescott. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory. That
big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
they play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
But no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He hits Beasley right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. On the counter, Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Throwing now is Manning. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Malik Collins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And the pressure gets to him again. Malik Collins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. I'd have to say the most impressive team of Week 6. You're about to see him come back out here on offense. It had to be the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe some people saw them beating Jacksonville. You know, it was at home, but 40-7? I don't know that many people saw that coming.
Not at all, and they've always had trouble making their home stadium a true tough place for visitors to visit. Well, they're 3-0 at home for the first time since 1999. Dak Prescott used his legs in a big way, a career-high 82 yards rushing, and he also connected 9 times with Cole Beasley, 2 of them for touchdowns. That Dallas team got off the mat after a disappointing Sunday night loss against Houston and jumped on Jacksonville.
Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And his throw here is incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he comes back with one complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are in for 6. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Rosas now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. Now this one might be going the other way.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Here's Prescott, and he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Prescott on first down. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Prescott now on second down. And it is clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. One final try now for Manning. And his throw is going to be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and